People believe hospitals are places of healing, where pain ends and lives are saved. But some hospitals are built on something else. On silence, on suffering, on screams that were never heard. This is the story of one such place, St. Holloway Hospital. A building erased from maps, avoided by locals, whispered about only after midnight, and inside it, one room that was never meant to be opened again. Room 313. It was exactly 2:17 in the morning when an ambulance stopped outside the hospital gates. Rain fell heavily, crashing against the cracked concrete and broken windows as if the sky itself was warning anyone who dared to enter. Inside the ambulance lay a young man named Ian. He was weak, shivering, but still conscious. The moment his eyes landed on the hospital building, a sharp fear twisted inside his chest. He didn't know why, but something about this place felt wrong. As the ambulance doors opened, the air changed. It was colder, heavier. A strange smell filled his nose, strong medicine mixed with something rotten beneath it, something old, something that had been decaying for years. Two paramedics lifted Ian onto a wheelchair and rushed him inside. The hospital doors shut behind them with a deep echo, too loud, too final. The corridors were long and narrow, stretching endlessly in both directions. The lights flickered softly, buzzing like dying insects. Nurses walked past slowly, their movements stiff and unnatural. Their footsteps made no sound. Doctors whispered to each other without moving their lips, sometimes whispering even when no one was standing near them. A tall nurse appeared behind him and began pushing his wheelchair. Her skin was pale, her eyes never blinking, and her name badge was completely blank. "Excuse me," Ian said weakly, forcing out his voice. "Which room am I being taken to?" Nurse stopped, slowly, very slowly. She turned her head toward him, but her body did not move. Only her neck twisted, and in a soft, emotionless whisper, she said, "Room 313. Ian's heart began to race. The hallway leading to room 313 was colder than the rest of the hospital. The air felt thick, making it hard to breathe. The walls were scratched deeply, as if someone had clawed at them desperately. Some scratches were high, some low, as if many people had tried to escape. The door stood at the end of the hallway. The number 313 was carved into the metal, not painted, carved. The nurse reached for the hand. It was warm, as if someone had just been holding it. Inside the room, everything felt wrong. There were no machines, no monitors, no windows, only a single metal bed and a large mirror bolted tightly to the wall. The nurse pushed Ian inside and left. The door slammed shut. Click. The lock turned by itself. Silence filled the room. Ian sat there, frozen, listening to his own breathing. His heartbeat sounded too loud in his ears. Slowly, he lifted his eyes toward the mirror, and his blood ran cold. His reflection was smiling. Ian wasn't. The reflection leaned closer and whispered, "You're early." The lights flickered violently and the room shook. When the lights came back on, Ian was no longer alone. Another patient lay on the bed beside him, completely still, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. His mouth moved slowly, opening and closing, but no sound came out. The door creaked open. A doctor entered the room. He was tall and pale, with hollow eyes and skin stretched too tight. The strangest thing about him was his shadow. He had none. In a calm, almost gentle voice, the doctor spoke. Room 313 was not built to heal, he said. It was built to contain. Ayan tried to scream. No sound came out. The doctor continued. Some souls don't leave when they're supposed to. They linger. They escape. Room 313 keeps them waiting. Suddenly, the dead patient beside Ayan sat up and spoke in Ayan's own voice. Please, it begged. Don't let them take me. Ayan felt his mind break. He ran. The door was suddenly open. He sprinted into the hallway, his footsteps echoing loudly, but no matter how far he ran, the hallway never ended. It twisted, stretched, bent in impossible ways. On both sides, hospital staff stood silent. Nurses, doctors, patients, all smiling, slowly clapping, whispering, "You're almost one of us. You belong here." Everything went dark. Ayan woke up in room 313 on the bed, unable to move. The nurse stood over him now. Her face was no longer human. Her mouth stretched too wide, her eyes black. She placed a blank name badge on his chest and whispered, "You're staying." Morning came. Sunlight filled the hospital. Everything looked normal. Doctors laughed. Nurses walked quickly. Phones rang. Room 313 was sealed shut, a sign hanging on the door, out of order. But inside the room, Ayan stood near the mirror, wearing a nurse's uniform, smiling patiently, waiting. Because in St. Chloe Hospital, room 313 is never empty. If you like scary stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.